of Love and Hip Hop?
I try not to be.
Well, on one of the episodes, Yandy, her husband Mendices went to prison for 8 years. If your husband went to prison, would you stay with him?
8 years?
8 years. Okay, what if he was there for like 6 months?
Yeah, depends on what he went to jail for.
So then wait, if you found out he was going to prison for 8 years, would you immediately tell him like, so we're done? Or would you like try to write it out for like a year and then be like, we're done?
Well, you should have known that when you did the crime that you was gonna be in jail for a little bit of time.
Okay.
So yeah, you made that decision before you went into jail that you didn't want to be with me.
Did you hear yourself? He's never taking you back.
Put on some heels, please. I don't give a fuck what kind of heel.
No, I'm comfortable. Guys like me like this anyway. You like that? You like that? Get out of here! Hey, look at the flick of the wrist. Not Obamacare. You know why? Because you hurting right now.
Get out my face.
You hurting right now. Just take it. Take it. Take it. It's called talent. Get you some. God. Nah, but for real though, when you gonna let me get that one-on-one rematch? Naked. Oops.
I thought you liked chicks. I would never date you. Your dick probably bigger than mine. When's the last time you shaved your armpits? Ugh! Give me my ball back.
Fine. I'ma throw these heels on.
Thank you.
But not till we get to the club.
She's gotta be difficult.
Just like a nigga.
You know?
Niggas are difficult, just like her.
I'm in the store and this lady's complimenting my hair. And she's like, oh, it's so pretty. Your hair's so pretty. And my child, out of nowhere, for no reason, goes, it's a wig. I just saw her pick it up off the floor. First of all, the lady didn't know that it was a wig. She was Caucasian. She didn't know it was a wig, number one. Number two, why you gonna tell her I had this shit on the floor, bro? Why would you tell her it was on the floor? Like, I just mismanaged my wigs. Floor wigs sound so dusty. I sound filthy. Thank you, child.
I don't know what to do.
Well, first of all, you gotta have them titties out. You know I'm a tittyologist, and every great selfie.
I feel so
Push them together.
uncomfortable. I can't get it right.
You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and let you lose then. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna lose. What I'm not gonna do is lose.
And with all that complaining, you go over there and lose.
How do you do this? How do you have your boobs just hanging out all day, dog?
First of all, don't come at me like that's not a good thing, okay? These titties got you all them free drinks last time we went out.
Oh my gosh, these
Push it
titties.
up. Push it. Well, yeah.
My titties is too old. These are old titties, man.
Make them look like young titties, though. Look, show them a little bit of, see, you're covering up the areola. You gotta show them like the
I can't show my areola. That areola is for the Lord and my husband. Oh my gosh.
First of all, the areola is for your husband. The little crevice, that's for the world to see. Show us the little peak.
What peak?
The little peak, right there, like you're going to the beach, the little bit of sand. Show that.
I can't.
Ooh, right there, girl. Yes. Now, come on now. Duck lips is out. Duck lips is out.
Duck lips or no?
Duck lips are out.
Okay, this nipple's hard. I'm embarrassed.
That's perfect.
No.
A hard nipple? You know what? I'm not even gonna help you beat me. You right. That's terrible. Warm your nipples up and lose.
All I want to do, see, nobody even knew I had a tattoo. All I want to do is
I got
this.
a titty tattoo too.
I didn't want anybody to know it's a secret when it says John Cena, love and sweetness. It has nothing to do. It's just for me. I'm covering
I thought
it.
you was about to say it said John 3:16. That was about to say.
I got it right in the middle of my back, girl.
You got a religious tramp stamp?
Yeah, girl, because I am a religious tramp. Just chill.
All right.
You got anything for that, Moscato?
Hey, well, I'm really sorry about that.
Apologies.
Really, I got real sad.
No, me too.
And I was like, some sex I wish I would have had with him before he passed away. I wish I would have gave him some pussy. That's how I feel about Michael Jackson. And Prince too. I wish I would have saved an ovary or two. R.I.P. to these legendaries. I wish I could have had a few of their babies. I'm talking Tupac. I wish I could have had your cock. I'm talking Biggie. I wish you could have been inside of me. I'm talking OD. You my baby dad. R.I.P.
Rest in peace to your dad. Wish I could have fucked him. Yeah.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream launch party for all deaf women. We here. We made it. It's done been a journey, y'all, but we here. Shout out to our opening panel. We have Kamira White in the building representing Ani's house. Thank you. We got Jackie Fabulous in the building. We have hey, the lovely Tahiri.
Hey.
What up? Joining us from the East Coast. We have the infamous Keisha E. Hey.
What up, though?
What up, though? And we have Miss Game Queen representing for the All Deaf Gaming channel and the Arcade Queens. Hey.
Hey, thank you.
Y'all, so, I mean, let's talk about it. Women finally have a channel and a platform to kind of get some stuff done. I'm excited.
This is awesome.
Look at y'all. It's about time, Northwest.
It's needed. I've watched enough men on the other All Deaf. I'm tired of them.
Thanks. And we've all been doing stuff on all the different All Deaf channels, and it's good to see it finally come to fruition. And I want to say shout out to Kamira. You know, she was very instrumental in getting this done too. She was one of the first people who was like, why y'all got an All Deaf women channel? And I was asking like, yeah, why we don't? And they was like, yeah, Meg's like, I've been trying. I'm like, well, let's try together. Like, it's been a year-long struggle of trying to get this going. So we've been fighting for it. Wow. It's finally here.
Yeah. Everything else about this.
Yeah, they literally have all deaf everything goes. Like, finally. Some guys I've already seen be like, why we don't have a men's channel? Why we don't have this? And I didn't feel like we had to explain why women really need their own channel, but if we could just go into some stories that we all have of like what it's like being a woman in this industry and when it really hits you, the differences, because it's hard enough to be in this industry and succeed, let alone to have a vagina. So would anybody like to tell a specific story where it hits you like, damn, this is harder being a woman?
You know, when I tour, I remember one club I did recently when the weekend is over of doing the run, you go to the office to get your check. And I went to one club I did. I went to the office and they have the calendar on the wall the whole year. And I'm looking at the calendar on the wall and I'm like, you don't got one. They may have had like one chick, one woman, female comic. The rest of the year, all dudes. And I was ready to fight. I'm not gonna get my check. This is probably not the time. But I was like, dude, any other women headliners? I could give you a page of at least 10 that I know, or openers, anything. So that's something that I'm not sure if it's a good thing that I do it all the time. I'll make comments on Instagram when a club posts who's gonna be there in the next weekend or two. I'm like, hey, a woman, y'all want to try and find one? And sometimes they block me, and sometimes they're like, all right, you want to come down? I'm like, yes, I want to come down. So it's about.
They blocked you for real?
Not really blocked me, but you can tell when a site ain't feeling you no more. You can tell when the energy's kind of gone.
They're like, you got a big mouth. She needs to just shut up and look pretty.
Exactly. They're like, look. They're like, you did your weekend. Why do you care? I'm like, because if I get more women on, I can come back here and then I can go other places. It's not always about please love Jackie. It's about love women. You know, and it can come across like I want me, book me. No. I want you to book every female I know, because when a woman, I produce a lot of shows, all females for stand-up, and the audience always leaves like, we never come to shows like this. It was fantastic. Everybody was so good. When all women are killers on a show, the audience leaves that like, we didn't know that this even existed.
It's super empowering. I think it's something that every time you sit in front of like just a group of women, I think that in general people aren't surprised. I think that we have to often just remind them that, you know, we're capable, that we're strong, that actually the world, you know, the world needs us. Like, we are the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that we're not really given that too much because they know that we're gonna win.
Yeah. Or they make a comment. I've had people say to me at a club, it'll be my weekend, and they'll say, you know, Jackie, last week we had Tommy Davidson. "Oh, Jackie, you know, we have Bill like putting pressure on me to not bomb." I'm like, "Let me do what I do, and we'll be fine. I don't need to hear who was here before me.
Right.
It's my time now." So that's what
I
it's
had
like.
a couple of incidents that reminded me of that too. One worked in my favor. So one was like I was on a show at the Comedy Store, and we all in the green room kicking it, and somebody was like, "Who girl is that?" And I was like,
"What?"
Mind you, I'm on the flyer next to the dude who said it, right? Like, I see you post a flyer on your page, but it's just you can't fathom the idea that there's a girl on the show, and I was like. Then the second time, and that just gives me more fuel to like kill, right? And people just assume it's like you've either unseen or people assume that you're not funny or you're not given the opportunities. A second time, it actually worked in my favor. I was trying to get on at the Improv for a minute on a D-Ray show on Mondays, and D-Ray wasn't there, but there was somebody else that was hosting his place. I'm like, yo, can I get up? Whatever. He's like, no. Then he comes over like 10 minutes later, was like, oh, you know what? We don't have no girl. So I end up getting up, and it worked in my favor, but it was that thought of like, it's not about whether or not I'm good or I'm funny. It's like, oh shit, you know what? We didn't have a girl on the show, so let's go ahead and put her on there, like affirmative action almost. And so it's like you're constantly reminded in this that you're a female versus like you're a comic. So yeah, it's we're always battling with that.
Yep.
Well,
what about you, Kamira? Or who's going next?
Kamira got some funny stuff.
You know, it kills me because at first I just thought it was just like, you know, that's how men are. But now that I'm getting older, I think that's our voice because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, raise them, we have sex with them, we know them to a T. And I think just like in future past times about how us, you know, we had to fight for women's rights because I've always wanted, you know, us, you know, on the side of them and not really voicing our opinion. I feel like women's voices are significant, they matter. You know, man, who raised you? Like, Dave Chappelle always talks about his mom, never his dad. And I'm saying, like, you can't raise somebody funny if you're not funny. You know what I mean? Like, so Dave Chappelle, he always talks about his grandma and his biggest influences. You never really hear him talk about his dad that much, but what I'm saying is that we raise these people that are funny. We raise funny individuals. We raise the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how could you not want our opinion on stuff? Like, how could you not want to hear our voice? And then it also kills me because we're not in the same lane. Like, I don't know why men don't want us on the show. Like, if there's a role for you, you're a man, I'm a woman. I'm never going to step into your limelight. So why can't you share? Like, you know what I mean? We're always going to be in lanes because of our genders. Like, you know what I mean? So what's the difference? I just don't. So I just think they scared of our voice, girl. They don't want to hear us.
And you know what?
They don't want to hear us talk about their asses.
You know what's funny?
I think it's a fear of us being funnier. I think it's a fear of us being funnier, not so much just hearing our voice, but like you a female and you go up there and kill, they feel like they automatically got to be the funniest. You know, so I think it's that thing too.
And you know,
you feel so bad if a dude killed you, but a girl came up and killed you.
Most comedy club audiences are female. Like the majority of the women in audiences, I always point this out. I'm like, y'all know that women, they force their boyfriends and husbands to go. Or they go a girl's night out, they're always full of those. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. Once I get the women in the audience to like me, it's over. I got the whole show. And you know, and they might know, and they know that, and I'm a very rah, let's go girl kind of thing. And a lot of male comics, they're annoyed by that. They're like, Jackie's gonna come in here and take over the room. And I'm like, yeah, because you should have had more than me on the show. Why am I the only girl all the time?
Right. So two things. I think, Kamira, you hit a really good point of like a lot of people's favorite male comedians were raised by a lot of times single mothers or women. So that influence and that personality and that style and that swag really is still coming from women. That's a great point.
That's true.
And then the second thing is Miss Game Queen. I know, you know, in the gaming world, it's kind of the same thing as the comedy world. I've seen y'all really as women represent, and I'm proud of y'all. But can you talk about that, how that is in the gaming world?
Yeah, just off of like, I think everyone knows, like, especially like shout out to like Mata Morg and Merc by Skirt and like Mariah Hardcarry. Like I see them, and I used to play Call of Duty, and you playing online with guys, especially with my name being like Miss Game Queen. You would be in a room, and they would see your name, and they would either say the most ridiculous stuff, where it's just like vulgar as hell, or they'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna suck," or "Oh, I got the girl on the team," and you'd be like, "Okay, like it is hand-eye coordination." Like don't flatter yourself. Like it ain't that deep. And it's just like, and it's very toxic. Like if you can't handle that already, you already just like, I don't even want to play. Like I don't even want to take the energy to try to learn because just hearing that distracts you from even being good. And that really sucks because it's just like there probably are like so many other really good female gamers, but that energy just they can't handle. So but outside of that, like it was so cool when we did the Arcade Queens thing because it just started with just like Sly and then Max got on and we just I was like, hey, like let's do a girls kind of slumber party stream just for fun. And then it was like it turned into what it did was the Arcade Queens was like, oh, you guys need a name. It just like you'll be like the the female version of the arcade tokens. And it was cool, but I was like, hey, that was it was all neat, but I was like, y'all got to be ready because instead of being initially really happy, I was already ready for the hit. Where people like, we don't want to see them or watch where the guy. And we did get those comments, obviously, and just like it sucked because like, damn, you didn't even give it a chance though. Like, we're not trying to be them. We're just giving you our version of female gamers, just as a, and then and it's honestly beyond warmed my heart to see like how positive people have been over those few little haters. It was like, oh, let's see the queens do this, or the rest of the arcade, the what is it? All deaf gaming women like do this and this, that, and that. And it's like, oh my gosh, like we did it because we bring like sass and we have attitudes about stuff that's so much more funny and is different than what the guys do. And I'm so glad that the tokens they embrace us as far as what we do, and it makes it so much more fun. It's like, see, it could be much more like so much more than just narrowed in on this, especially in the type of games that we bring in. So yeah, it's rough, but it does help having that overall support and just giving a chance to be seen like that. So yeah, so when you guys came out, when we were all doing the same thing as all deaf women, and then the arcade queen, we were like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like women. It was so perfect.
Yeah, I be trying to tune into all the different things and the women's on the gaming channel. Y'all have really like stepped it up because it's really its own like culture and world. Like gamers, y'all. It's just like comedians. It's just like actresses. It's just like politicians. Everybody got their own world. Gamers have their own world. Miss Queen and the arcade queens, Miss Game Queen and the arcade queens, they're really fighting for women in the gaming world. So that's cool. But can we talk before we go to the other panels about kind of the temperature of women's support changing? It's not that it's always been super negative, but I think within the last 3 to 5 years, especially in the music industry, and even now comparing it to the comedy industry, I think women have become more supportive of other women. I think before I saw women flexing low key, like, oh, I'm the only bitch on the show. I'm the only bitch in the room. And now I feel like the real flex is how many other women could you bring with you?
Yep.
And have y'all seen that temperature change? Have you had a change in your own heart? Let's talk about it.
I feel like I see it for sure.
Well, I sometimes I used to.
I'll be like, I feel like I for sure see it. I think before it was a thing of like, we were made to think it can only be one. So then you felt like a person has to be your competition. And now it's like, nah. And we see how whack that idea is. And so it's like, no, I want a show full of ladies, or I want to bring other ladies on or open a door for other women. And so I think that I see a lot of change in that lately. And I think that's super dope.
I think also just the strength that you have as a group. Like instead of just like you're saying, like being the only woman, because people did like, oh, the game queen, because like, oh, we don't see any other girls play in my area, but it's just like it's a little lonely, just like so it's so much more fun. You see what you can do with a team going in to do something, and how much more you can do. Where especially as a woman, all the weight on your back all the time, like being an independent Black woman all the time, it's like shit. I'm tired, like
it's exhausting.
Yeah, help me, like so. I think that just seeing how much more you can do. It's just that's what makes it so much cooler doing it as a group.
It feels very powerful. Like I shot something recently in LA, and the producer's like, this is all female production. Everyone and every part of the show was a woman, and they were like, and I'm like, that's why I'm so happy. Like, it feels so, and I feel empowered by being surrounded by women who help each other, and I think it's different now because. Now the culture is where men don't even really hit on us anymore because they're all afraid of catching the case. So like, now we're one of the boys. So now it doesn't feel so much like boy, girl. Now it's like we're all together doing this. And when women are involved, treat us all like we are deserving to be here. I think it feels powerful, and there's a shift everywhere, all over Hollywood, movies, music, stand-up, online gaming. It's a complete shift, and I do see and hear a lot of men. I can tell when they're annoyed by it. Even my good male friends, low key, a lot of them are like, "This is a lot of female stuff.
This is a lot.
This is a lot." You know what? For decades, they've been in charge. Now they're like, "We're not running it anymore." I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. I know you're used to it, but you have to, the world is different now. You have to change with it."
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Well, I've always loved boss women. I love women I can learn from. I mean, like, I'm a girl's girl. Like, you know, like I love my dude, but I'm a girl's girl. Like, if a girl call my phone, I'm probably gonna know what she gotta say. Just not something like. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's always been like that, but I've always liked to be around women I can learn from. I've always liked to, like, my mom was, like, the CEO of, like, her company. I watched her be a boss my whole life, you know what I mean? Like, so, it's just, like, that, it's empowering. You used to walk out the house with suits on and shit, and you had to go, like, damn near with a briefcase. So, this is always women like that, and I love learning from women. Like, even with the gaming show, I was like, oh my God, she could teach me how to whoop these niggas' ass and Call of Duty. I was turned up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They playing the game, you want to get him, but you don't know how to play, but you like man though, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like, I like stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? I know I'm beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? Let's never been to you. Everybody's individual. You know, you should never be jealous of another woman because we're all different. We're all beautiful. And we all bring individual things to the table, and we all do need to stick together. So
especially when if I try to look cute, I'm really doing it for me and for the girls that I'm around. I'm not really doing it for dudes. I'm like, ooh, Keisha gonna love this hair beret I got. I do it for my female
like,
friends.
Cute, girl.
Okay, the compliments from y'all mean way more to me than any man's compliment. If I walk in the room and you're like, you are doing it, I was like, I am doing it. It means a lot.
What about you, Tahiri? Have you kind of felt a temperature change of women being more supportive of other women within the last couple of years?
I have, but then you know, like in what I've experienced in the past is that everybody preaches that women empowerment, but not everybody practices it. It just seems to look good. It seems to you post something, it seems to be, oh, you know, we're all, but then you meet them and they're the opposite. So I just started to worry less about like them and like be part of the change. So I remember like walking into a Target and running into another female who's been in the game long, like I have, about 10, 12 years. And we've been together in different places, but never said anything to one another. Like, we'll be on a same flight, I'll walk out, she'll walk out, or we'll be at a club and I'm hosting or she's hosting, and we'll just, you know, we'll see each other again, you know, on the other side of the room, but never really engaged with not even the small, not even the hello. So I remember just saying, you know, I love empowering other women. I am all pro female everything. I love this that's happening. I love the way things are changing. So I have to be part of this change and worry less about what everybody else is doing. So I remember walking by her and then just busting a U and saying, excuse me, I'm high, Tahiri. And
no, that's good, Tahiri. That's good. She knew, but that's good. That's good.
She knew. She knew who you was.
I didn't have to say that because although she knew, she didn't really know me. She knew of me. She doesn't know. So I extended my hand. I shook her hand. I introduced myself. I said, I know you know me. I know you. We don't know each other, but you know, I want to start this off all over again. You know, we've been in the same rooms. We know some of the same people. And I just want to let you know that I see you.
Yeah.
You know,
And you know, to speak to that, I do think it's like it is going to be an adjustment period of all of us because, you know, we are so used to it being 1 to 2 in a room at a time. And I think it's like queens have to respect other queens. And it's not like, oh, I bow down, your grace. But it is like you have to respect. And I think men have had more time to when kings walk in other, you know, and they still be beefing too. It's not just women. Kings be fighting too
all the time.
But you know, it's like when another queen walks in the room, there is a certain amount of respect that you each demand, and sometimes you do have to be like, "Hello, hi," you know. That was you had to, you know, what's up, hi, because I could have walked with my crown like, bitch, I don't care, you know.
I don't know you.
We talked for about 40 minutes, and then now it's just like now we DM each other, we text each other. If she has anything on sale, like we support each other. Now we've become this whole like now, but I had to break the ice, and I had to start with my changing my ways as well.
Yeah.
So I just love this shift and everything that's happening, and even men themselves respecting us when we work in those working environments, or men of power. You know what I'm saying? They can no longer make us feel uncomfortable. So we're speaking up, and I think it's very important. I'm just happy to see the shift.
You know, an example of something, I was a little over a year ago, before Punky Johnson got on SNL, she and I did something in Vegas, and there was an award show the same night of this. And so there were women in the casino walking around in full-blown gowns everywhere. But they looked kind of, they weren't happy. They were just walking around, you know, the dress is tight, the shoes hurt. So me and Punky walked around the casino, and we gave a shout out to every woman we saw who was decked out in a gown. When I tell you, some of these girls wanted to cry, because we stalked them. We were like, girl, you are doing it in that strapless. We made a scene. And we did it for like 27 women, because they were all walking around, and we made such an impact, because these women were so surprised that these two strangers would stop them to be like, be like, the shoes, girl, look at your hair. We gave her all the Grammy rundown, and we made so many girls smile, because nobody was giving them a compliment. Nobody. I'm like, you got on a gown, bitch. Somebody got to acknowledge that you got on a gown.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining our opening panel and getting this live stream started. Do you guys have anything, left to say to the people who are watching? Make sure, if you are watching, to the people, that you actually subscribe to the women's channel, because that's where it starts. We need the views, we need the likes, so we can get the budgets. Let's go, y'all. YouTube.com/alldevwomen. It starts with you. So go ahead. Subscribe, y'all. Yeah. Every subscriber counts, y'all. So please, YouTube.com/alldevwomen. Subscribe, support us. The more numbers we get, the more numbers we can get. Amen.
Amen. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Girl.
Do you have anything to say before we go ahead and get the next panel rocking?
Oh no!
Hi,
Thank you
ladies.
guys so much for
Queens,
having me on. I
queens.
appreciate it.
Bye,
Thank you, guys.
I don't know where my video went. But
I'm like, Kamira and Keisha, y'all get home safe in the cars.
I'm like, I don't know where my video went, but I'm still here. I just want to say, make sure y'all pour into the next generation of young girls. So whether it be your niece, your daughter, your friend, whether it be, a complete stranger, I just feel like that's super important to start that confidence in them while they're young, and let them know that they can do anything and be anything. And even with them being supportive of their, young female friends, and it's so much on social media, I feel like that gets into people's heads. So I just think that pour into this young generation of women who are going to be our next leaders.
Yes, because they get all that anxiety and social anxiety and
Right.
Yes, you ain't lying. Thank you, Keisha.
Thank you. You have a great one.
Thank you, Miss Dame Queen.
See ya.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get in to some shout out from all the All Deaf talent, and then we're gonna be right back with another panel.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is CP, and I want to give a huge shout out to all deaf women. I think it's so dope that we have an all deaf women's channel now. I think most of our dopest people are women. Like, most of our moms are women. It's dope, like, that we really celebrating women, not like Women's Month or Women's Week. We talking about women's all deaf. So, like, dope content from some of my favorite creators on the platform, and some new faces as well. So it's about to be pretty lit. I just hope y'all give me a job. I don't want to I'm not saying I want to be like one of the all deaf women, but like if y'all need like a dude over there for a dude opinion, unbiased, little funny, kind of crazy, holla at your boy. Anyway, shout out to y'all, man. Congratulations on getting y'all own channel. Y'all finna blow up. You know what I'm saying? We finna be, have an all deaf women's conference. We finna be all up in there. You know what I'm saying? And it smells good over here. It smells good, all deaf women. It does. It smells good. It smells good.
Yo, damn Big Baby Brand here, representing All Deaf Cannabis. I want to give a shout out to all deaf women. It's about damn time. I love the ladies, and I think it's dope that they now have a platform where y'all can give a shout out to all the beautiful talent across the whole world, and share and love on each other. And I'm here to support it. So all deaf women, you got me. Man, I hope I can, sit on some of the sessions, just observe. Be like, look at that. Come on now. Yes, Lord.
Hey, what's going on? You already know what it. I hate when people say that. Hey, it's your boy Tyler. Damn, I'm not your boy. You don't know me. But anyway, man, this Tyler Chronicles, 353rd of the cast of All Def Digital. I'm out here just want to tell all the women of All Def Digital, man, y'all keep on killing. 2021 is going to be a big year, man. And when y'all get that job that y'all say y'all was going to get, y'all was going to do, hire me. I could like double as security too, because, you know, strength.
What's up, everybody? We are back. We're ready to get to our next panel. This is the Why Do Women panel, and we have two very special guests with us. We have Zaria in the building. She's kind of like an All Def celebrity. You know, you guys have seen her all over the All Def music channel with the arts and raps. They've been killing it over there. She's interviewed so many different celebrities. I mean, her resume is crazy at this point. So shout out to you for coming through and touching our panel. And then we have Libby Brooks in the building. Hey. She's a young actress. She's been on commercials and different TV shows. And her most important title, I feel like, is my niece. You know? So we can't put that on her resume technically, but it's important. You know, hi, honey. Hi. Hi. And then we have two hilarious women in the building. We have comedian Ty Davis. What's up? What's up?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
And we have Josiah. Hey.
Hey, y'all.
I'm like, are you on the leg, Josiah?
What's up?
All right, y'all. So we have
Am I?
I don't know. Let me hear you. What's up? Mic check.
What's up?
Oh, there we go. Black Rose
Hey,
is in the
y'all.
building. Hey,
I'm
you
not on the
made
lag, am I? Everybody looks so beautiful.
You too. I like the braids. You ready for this icy girl summer?
Listen, you know when you go on vacation, which I needed so bad, and I went to Puerto Rico, the braids is the way to go. And after paying $200, these things is gonna stay on for like 2 months. You know?
At this point. All right, y'all. So we Josiah, it looks like she left the call. Kadeem will add her back in. Shout out to Kadeem for running our boards as always tonight. And so yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this Why Do Women panel. We have our two young hosts in the building ready to ask you guys some questions. So we'll start with Zaria. What's your first question?
Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about this, and I really wanted to know, why do women become stand-up comedians?
Who's gonna go first? Should I go first? Right, I'm
All right.
speaking. Might as well. Why do women become stand-up comedians? I'll tell you why I love and appreciate that women did become stand-up comedians is because I felt like we needed a voice out there. This is an industry that's highly dominated by men. And as much as we can learn from them, they still cannot have our sauce. They still cannot tell our stories. And comedy helps us talk about so many issues that might be taboo and things that might be a little bit sensitive in the world. And as women, we are healers. Laughter brings healing. So why can't we just get over all these situations that we've been through comedy? And that's what I do. I make fun of myself so much. I have a son. I make fun of our situations, and it helps me cope. It's part of my therapy.
Yeah, to second what Black Rose said, when I started stand up, I started as a dare, a bucket list item to scratch off. And my life at the time, it was very turbulent, and I felt seen and I felt heard, sharing what I was experiencing as a woman, as a Black woman, as a mother. And I didn't realize how absent women were from the comedic space. And same as Black Rose, women are nurturers and we are healers, and our voices matter. And as influential as we are behind the scenes, it's important for us to be at the front of the scenes. I mean, they say that men are the head of the household, but women are the neck. And everybody knows that the neck controls the head. So, I mean, that's why I do it. So I'm out here.
I think that's really cool. I also think it's also pretty cool that you guys are kind of like, you guys, like you said, men are really big in this like community, and people really don't understand women for what they do. And some people do appreciate women, but I think there goes into a lot more for being a woman and having to do all the stuff that it takes to take care of people, still be able to live your dream, still be able to like just do everything. So I think that's really cool and inspiring that you guys are like, stand-up comedians, because there's not a lot of women out there that do that.
Thank you so much. You guys are beautiful, and you guys are part of the inspiration, the younger generation, especially the younger girls. So thank you.
All right, Libby, let's get into your question. What is your first question?
My first question is, why do women buy cats?
So I've never bought a cat. I didn't get to answer the last one, but I'm not a cat chick. So I don't know why women buy cats. I think they do that because that's who they're gonna with. Don't start being a little bit. I know. I don't even know if you gotta buy cats. I think you can just go on the street one up.
Yes, it's a lot of cats on the street. Rose, you have a cat?
Yeah, I sure do.
Don't be ashamed. It's okay.
This is my third cat. All right. So first, I've always been a dog person, and I had a pit bull when I was younger. He had light eyes, and he was the cutest thing. But we moved to Mount Vernon, and I couldn't have a dog. All right. So then I got a cat when I moved back to the city. Found one in the first floor. It was a baby. I was gonna take it to donate it, whatever the word is right now. And I didn't. I kept the cat. I had her for 8 years, lost her, found her, then lost her again. And I was so sad. So now I have a Siamese cat that cost $2,000 that my son wanted to get and put on a payment plan. All right, so my son moved out.
For a cat.
I got a bougie ass cat on finance. And my son moved out, and now the cat is mine, but I love her. Cats are so nurturing. They give so much love. There's easy maintenance. She doesn't bother too much besides when she's playful. But they're very nurturing. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys know, if you are sick and the cat comes and purrs on you, their purring is like healing vibrations for you. So they're just literally helping you feel better when you're down. Other than that, they don't like to be bothered. When they don't want to be bothered, I don't want to be bothered either. All right, bye, sweetie.
I am a cat lady. And I am not ashamed. I've had my cat, this is the 14th year. And the reason that I got a cat, like I was a dog person. I was raised, having dogs as pets. And I live in Baltimore, and I was living in a row home, which it doesn't matter how clean you keep your house, how nice your house is. A lot of the buildings, they were kind of old. So if your neighbors have mice, you could be the cleanest, whatever, mice are going to be in your house. And I was just like, I cannot do rodents. And I did some research, and I heard that the presence of a cat, even just the scent of it and it being there, will scare mice away. So I was like, all right. Well, I went to a shelter and I adopted a cat. And he was 6 weeks old, and they said I had to wait 2 weeks. He had to be 8 weeks for me to get him to come home. And I had a conversation with my cat. I said, hey, I don't really do the cat thing, but I
You had a conversation with your cat?
Absolutely.
Yes, talk about it.
I
Talk
went
about
to the
it.
shelter. I'm walking through, and I see, it's cats in cages, and one cat was bouncing off the wall, and I was like, ooh, I don't like that energy. That's too much. And then there was one that just wasn't doing anything. He was just fat and lazy, and I was like, no. So I walked past this cage, and this little kitten was like, meow. And I looked back, and I was like, did you say something to me? And he didn't say anything. And so I went to walk away again, and he was like, meow. And I was like, you talking to me? And I was like, listen, I need a cat. You need a home. I feel like maybe you and I are vibing. Here's the thing. As long as you come into my home and you make sure that no mice are there, you can stay. And if you're cool with that, then let's make this alliance. And I was like, okay, he was sweet and cuddly and small. And I brought him home, and it's been 14 years. There has only been one mouse sighting, but it wasn't like an infestation. He caught it and he brought it to me, and I was like, whoa, bro, that's not what I meant, but thank you.
He said, I remember our first conversation.
Yeah, he wanted to show you.
He's been honoring his agreement
14 years ago.
So and she's right, like they're cuddly and they're soft, but he's older now and he's very much set in his ways. There's no, it's not as much work as it is to have a dog. So he's very low maintenance and he's just kind of chill. And cats are mostly nocturnal, so they're 18 to 20 hours a day. So there's only 4 active hours, and sometimes he just takes off running real fast to show us that he still got it. But
You're really rationalizing it. You're like, first of all, the cat is a necessity,
I mean,
Well, shout out to Rose's Bad and Bougie, super expensive Siamese cat.
Right,
you get an exotic pet, it can not escape the house.
All her life.
I went from a street cat to this bougie ass cat. I swear to God.
He's just a regular short-haired tabby. He's gray. I adopted him. The only thing I had to pay was just, the application fee. They did a background check to make sure that I wasn't a killer. And, they let me have him. And he's been here ever since.
I still owe $300. Like,
Come find me because y'all not getting the cat back. They're not getting the cat back. So y'all just got to wait for that. You're not taking my cat out there.
Cat lady's like, podcasts about cats, okay? Because y'all are ready.
Well, y'all know this. It's a stereotype with.
Don't say the C word around them too. Ever again.
Yeah, they was like, first of all, I have a whole 3 hours I could talk to my cat. Like they was like, but it's a stereotype that single women have to get cats because we're lonely, and that's what they say about women with cats. Just so y'all know.
It was the mice for me. I'm cool with being alone, but I'm not cool being alone with a bunch of mice. And that's where I got mine.
It does say. Okay, let's go to the next question. Zaria, what's your second question?
So even though I listen to her too, I've always been curious on what other people's perception. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but
that was right.
But yeah, perception on what they think about it. So why do women listen to Beyonce?
Okay. So I'll start. I am not a member of the Beehive. However, I think she's a great performer. I love her voice. I I I mean, she just stands for like empowerment. You know what I mean? Like women empowerment. If it were a person, it would be her. And she has a beautiful voice. She's amazing. She added motherhood into her realm of amazing things that she does. And I listen to her because I love her voice. And I love that her music now is laced with messages. Like her last album, if you listened and watched her last album and didn't feel inspired, you're dead inside. So I just think that she's an amazing person, and she just stands for what a strong, dominant woman looks like. She's very much like Michael Jackson and Tina Turner. She's the ultimate performer, and she has lasted through generations of musical history, and she's gonna be that for many, many more generations. So that's why I listen to her. I think she's dope.
What about you, John Cia? You listen to Beyonce, John Cia? Is she here?
I personally, this is how I rate Beyonce. God, my mother, Beyonce. No lie, y'all. Whenever I don't want to do something, I am literally like, what would Beyonce do right now, John Cia? Like, would Beyonce finish this script? Stop being lazy. It works so hard. She's true. I know I'm older than her. I look up to this chick because she works hard. She does. She gets what she wants by working hard for it. I truly admire. I just love her, and I've never heard a Beyonce song that I did not love or I could not relate to. It seemed like we always going through things at the same time. When her man cheated on her, my man cheated on me. I'm like, dang, what are they doing to us? We working hard out here, and all that. But I listen to her. I love everything about Beyonce. Look at this wig. Beyonce inspired. No, no.
She said, Beyonce, what they doing to us? Rose, what about you?
That's right.
Girl. If y'all would have been seeing my stories the past 2 days, like I was so down. We had someone that just passed away yesterday in the family, and I was a little down. I was like, you know what? I need a spiritual bath, and I need to cleanse. And that album is King, Black is King album. Jesus Christ, it just takes me there. It helps me calm down. It's besides all her other work, amazing, but it's just something about this one. I relate so much to it. I understand what she's talking about with the different meanings in there. I'm not going to get deep into that, but it's just such a spiritual album to me that forget about it. Like she said, she's the queen. Much respect for her. I don't call myself a fanatic. We all just inspired to be like someone like that. Like you work hard, get it done. Don't talk too much about it, and just get out there. You have 24 hours in the day. What are you doing with yours? That's what I get when I see Beyonce.
Zaria and Libby, do you guys listen to Beyonce? I like.
I do listen to Beyonce, but I don't listen to her that often. And also, I'm not a member of a Beehive, but I do agree with everybody said. And I'm like, she's basically women's empowerment, and I'm really inspired by her.
I feel you, Zaria, because when you're a member of the Beehive, it's a lot of extracurricular activity of attacking people online.
Yep. You gotta have your emojis ready. You gotta have your emoji. I don't got time for that. Yeah.
But I love Beyonce, but the Beehive does go a little hard.
I'm like,
what about you, Libby? I know we try to keep you.
I mean, we have to though, y'all. They mess with her.
What about you, Libby?
Well, I think my mother listens to Beyonce.
Yeah, mom definitely listens to Beyonce. Let me tell you that. Yeah, your mom loves Beyonce. Okay, so go ahead, Libby. What is your second question?
My second question is, why do women celebrate each other's victories?
Oh, that's a good question. Support is important. What y'all think?
Well, it's important for us to celebrate each other's victories because for large parts of history, we weren't celebrated at all. And sometimes when one woman achieves something, that achievement, the ripple effects go down the line. So especially like in comedy, there are comedians that came before me that are women that had to deal with things that I don't now have to deal with because they did that. So they walked so I could run. And when I see any of my colleagues doing something amazing, like Cynthia, when they announced that All Deaf Women was, a thing, and she was creative director, even though I didn't know her personally, I was like, yes, celebrating that because her win was a win for all of us. And I even celebrate it, not to say that there are
Absolutely.
people out there that I don't like. Of course, there are people that I don't personally like, but if they're doing something that's impactful and that is going to affect all of us, then I celebrate that. And I think it's important for us to, clap for people when they're getting their accolades, because we're going to want people to clap for us when it's our turn. So that's why it's very important for us to celebrate those people, because I want to be celebrated when it's my turn.
That's a good point. What about you, Rose?
I think it's so important for us to celebrate each other, because for too long we get pinned up against each other. Not only are we competing in a place where it's majority men, and most of the time they think it's just going to be one female. So now there's females competing, and this is in every industry, competing to have that number one spot, and people get put against each other. We need to change that narrative and show love and show support. I personally think I probably creep all my friends out. I post girls, all my girls, everyone is doing so good. Any little accomplishment, I'm like, you did it, you did. And it's, it feels good. If you got to put out there what you want back, and you have to do it with a genuine heart, and really project love and light and unity, and little by little, we'll change that narrative.
John Cia, what about you?
I have always celebrated women. I was the baby of 6. I had 2 older sisters who basically made me who I am today. Told me I could be anything, told me I could do anything. And just the fact to uplift women, to keep us going, because sometimes we don't have nobody in our corner uplifting us. Sometimes we don't have that support, male friends, and always believe in just supporting, and everybody up. Babies like them,
Yeah.
We always have to support each other and put each other on. Like, I always was in the head that would put the all women show together, and we were on every show and stuff like that. We all we got. And we're winning. And that's the point, the fact of it. That's why I love All Deaf Women. People need to see it. We do love each other. We always try to turn against each other and things like that. I came in the game and they turned in another against each other. We didn't know each other. There's no point. And now we are like great friends. Like, we realize our power is to come together and keep each other up.
Amen. Yes, come
Yeah.
together. Shout out to the coming together.
And
Zaria and Libby, you guys are definitely the next generation of it. But how do you guys feel when you see your friends doing good things, or your friends doing good and stuff? Do you feel excited?
Yeah. Like, I remember my friend Audrey. We used to have like this math camp because she was struggling and I was struggling. So we would like do some fun tasks, and there's like this, my grandmother used to teach me and my friend Audrey, and there's like all of these math cards on the floor, right? So then we had to figure them out. Then Audrey, she got the most. So then I'm like, oh, good job, good for you.
There you go.
See, and if we kept that same energy throughout, it's when we little and your friend get the math cards more than you, you'd be like, good job. But when you get older and your friend gets something, people sometimes find it to be harder. And when you rise above that and really see the bigger picture of like, your wins are my wins are your wins. Like, magic happens. But it starts with the math cards. So what about you, Zaria?
I definitely agree with everything you guys said. One thing about me is that I am very competitive. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
But like I'm very competitive. Even when my school like plays Kahoot, I am very competitive. Like I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna do it faster than everybody else. But I feel like as more as I've gotten older, I've come to realize that there are some things that aren't important enough for for us to be jealous about. Like if I'm like mad that I didn't get first place on a Kahoot, that's fine. But when it comes to things like women empowerment, and if one girl got another audition instead of me, even though I didn't get it, like you said, it's a win for her and it's a win for me, because that takes another step for all women to get more auditions and stuff like that. And I think it's just really just treat people how you want to be treated also, because I love supporting my friends and I always support my friends on anything they do. So I think it's more of treat people how you want to be treated, and the same thing will come back to you. More of like good karma.
Amen.
That's so
Amen.
beautiful.
Good energy. Good energy. Put it
Yes.
out there. Trust. The universe listens. Good energy will always come back to you.
Shout out to the next generation. Do you guys have any last things to say? Because this is the future of women right here. These are the next generations of creators in the entertainment industry. Do you guys have any last tips before we head on to the next panel?
I do. Things are definitely different and they're changing now. And there are certain stigmas and stereotypes that are associated with you. One, because you're a woman, and two, because you're a brown woman. And don't ever let anyone try to make you feel small or try to make you compromise or tear at the foundation of who you are. Be seen, be heard, take up space. You are supposed to be here. You are royalty, you are regal, and you reign in that right. Even if people try to make you feel bad for being as great as you are, you continue to be that.
Yes, that was amazing. And to add on to what she said, try to block any type of noise that will try to come in and make you doubt yourself. Take time to always look within, look in the mirror, say those affirmations that you could do it, and write things down. Any and every single idea, as little as you think it might be, write it down, because you never know, in a few years that's something that's going to be bigger. Everything that you're going to go through life right now, whether you sing, act, do comedy, at the end it might be for this other bigger thing that you don't even know yet. So believe in everything you do. You could do it all.
Amen. Shout out to that. Thank you, Zaria. Thank you, Libby Brooks. We are so excited for your guys' future. You know you're a part of the All Deaf family in our hearts, and we want to be your big sisters and always be here for you and look out for you, because your futures are bright and you're amazing and we love you. So thank you for coming and joining us today. Y'all have anything to say to the viewers?
No, not really.
Just bye,
Be
y'all.
confident.
Be confident. Yes.
Keep rocking.
All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into some more shout outs from the All Deaf talent, and then we have the touch up panel coming through. We got Meg Scoop, Lulu Gonzalez, Redhead Heidi, John A. Thompson. We got a lot of more dope female entertainers and comedians stepping in, so stay tuned.
What's up, y'all? All Deaf is dropping a new woman's channel. Make sure y'all support. We got some really talented, dope females who are just funny, man. Support it, make it grow, and if I owe you something, you can get it from God.
Congratulations, All Deaf women, and happy launch day. Shout out to Cynthia Lucier for putting all of this together. The pioneering women of All Deaf, from Meg Scoop to Precious Hall to Kanisha to John Cia to Denise Jones to Whitney Tabor. All of you were essential in being able to build and make All Deaf what it is. Even the women that are behind the scenes, like Kelly of All Deaf Music, and to even Mel up in branding, that's helping us always get the dopest brands to come mess with us. Y'all are the reason that All Deaf is what it is. and more. Shout out to the folks that are new that have came through in the women from the All Deaf Cannabis Squad, like Tokenhana, Roxy Hayes. Shout out to the Arcade Queens, Max the Slayer, Miss Game Queen, Sly Cooper, and to so many more in Latino and others to come. All Deaf Women will be one of the pillars of All Deaf, and I just cannot wait to see what y'all do with it. Congrats, take it easy.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Brandon Brody, aka Brody the Joker, and I want to give a special shout out to the ladies of All Deaf. You did. All Deaf Women is coming to the platform, and we couldn't be more excited, man. We've been watching you guys rise and just kill it on All Deaf and just help us out in amazing ways for years, and now you are about to have your own official vertical, and I'm telling you, it's about to kill, it's about to murder, because y'all are going to slay. So thank you guys so much. Congratulations. Let's do it.
Hey, Ron Taylor here. I want to give a huge shout out to women of All Deaf on the launch of the new channel, All Deaf Women. There's absolutely nothing like the magic of a woman, and All Deaf has some of the most talented content creators on the planet, a lot of which happen to be women. So it is only fitting that a channel is created to spotlight those talents. I'm extremely excited to see what one of the things are to come, and I cannot wait. Congratulations, ladies.
I want to say what's up to all the ladies of All Deaf Digital. Y'all make it go. Y'all make the channel go, man. We need y'all. All dope, beautiful, smart women that's working for the company, man. And y'all make it look nice. Without all the women, ADD would stand for just all dumb dudes. Like, it wouldn't be what it is. I love y'all so much, man. Shout out to every last one of the females and All Deaf Digital, man. I'm super proud. Super honored to even be able to work with such dope and talented women. I love y'all. We love y'all. And, man, y'all got a lot of work on y'all shoulders, man. So, good thing we got Meg.
Hey, I just want to say a huge shout out to all the women of All Deaf Women. Cynthia Luciette, you're killing it. Proud of you. Yo, I'm here to support you guys. Whenever you need me, hit your boy up. I got your back.
My name is Cedric J. Rogers. I am the co-founder and CEO of Culture Genesis. We own and operate All Deaf. I'm super excited to come to you today in launching All Deaf Women. This has been a long time coming, as women really do run All Deaf, from the producers, the editors, the talent. So we're excited again to bring this channel to the forefront, to bring all the interest of women. And this is a personal thing for me. As a young kid, my mother actually left her job to become an entrepreneur and also be able to take care of me as a kid. And I was able to grow up to see a strong Black woman in business. And so I think this is going to be a great channel for us to highlight women, all of their exploits, as well as in business. So we're super excited and hope that you guys enjoy this content and help us grow.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the continuation of the All Deaf Women live stream launch party. You just saw our beautiful creative director, Cynthia Luciette, with Why Do Women panel and our lovely little sisters on there. And of course, she started off with another group of our beautiful ladies on All Deaf Women. But right now, it's time for the touch up panel. Okay, let me tell you about the touch up. It's one of the shows that I hosted, and it's actually on All Deaf Women now. But you can see the old episodes currently. And one thing about the touch up, people always want to know, especially men, what do women talk about when y'all go to the bathroom? Like, why are you so long? And to be honest, we can do anything from talk about guys, learn a new dance, share beauty secrets, fix our friend's wig, like trade shoes, whatever. There's a lot that goes down in a bathroom when we with our homegirls, right? So I brought a couple of my homegirls on. You see the one and only Jamie Riley. Thank you for coming, Jamie.
Thank you, girl. I'm excited.
Okay, Janae Thompson, comedian extraordinaire. What's up, girl?
Hey, y'all. Y'all look so gorgeous.
Girl, that's you. You shining, you going. Of course, the real redhead Heidi. What's up, Heidi?
Hey, it's so good to see everybody.
Yes. And of course, Pocahontas, you've seen her on All Deaf Cannabis, and she also does a lot of stuff for all deaf women. What's up, girl?
Ooh, what's up? Thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay, so one thing that I want to ask y'all, does anybody have a story about like something that happened to them in the bathroom? Like they went to a club, they went to a bar, and like something happened? Because I'll tell you, I have met some of my really good friends in the bathroom at a like lab.
Yep. I've always said that that's where women are the nicest.
Yes.
That's the nicest group of women is the bathroom and a club or someplace where everybody's having fun. Yeah, definitely.
I know there's always somebody willing to like, I don't know how many times I've had somebody be like, oh girl, you got toilet tissue on your shoe. Or somebody that's just, or whatever. Like, hey, I got a tampon here, you know, something. Somebody's always willing to share.
Perfume, all of that.
Yes.
Okay. I've had an entire bathroom one time become almost like my best friend just because it was a birthday. And so my best friend got really intoxicated. And so they were about to kick us out. And it was just started, you know? So I'm like, no, don't worry. We got this. We went into the restroom. The restroom had a couch. It was very comfortable. And so she sat there for a second. We got her water bottles. Little by little, everybody's like, why are you here? What's wrong? I'm like, it's my birthday, but she's sick. I don't want to leave her. It turned into a babysitting thing where everyone was watching my friend. Don't worry, I'm a nurse. Let me check her pulse. And they telling her, give me your wrist. And so she's like, okay. And everyone came together like a sisterhood and really held it down so that I can go back upstairs and enjoy at least a little bit of my birthday and then come back and get my friend. But she was fine. She was well taken care of the entire night. So that was fun.
It definitely be like a mini hospital room sometimes. Tampon, scalpel.
Yes.
I definitely this is gonna come out wrong at first, but I definitely followed a girl to the bathroom when I was like on a date with a dude because I was like, oh, she look a little wobbly. And I'm like, is there a girl going after her? And I was like, hey, I gotta check on this girl real quick. Like, ain't no one came after her, and she needs some help.
Right.
You know, you gotta get them back to life. Everybody's been there. Everyone's been resuscitated in the bathroom. Well, maybe not you, Meg. You're a good.
No, I be in there just taking selfies. Okay, I'm that girl that just be in there like, you know, because the lighting just be bomb sometimes. Okay? In the bathroom,
Sure
I'm like,
do.
why is the lighting so good in here?
Yeah.
Unless you're like a rinky-dink bar, but other than that, it's like good lighting pictures, right?
I'll start
Everyone's
talking
doing
to
great
women in the bathroom.
See?
Yep.
Like I'll just no, but like I'm trying to get info on like the guys at the tables and stuff. I'm like, yeah, so girl, y'all have fun, right? Like, well, how's he like? Because you know his friend is like over here trying to, you know, like you get the scoop on the dudes. You get the real scoop because they're like, yeah, girl, no, he not even he date my sister, or you know, he does stuff, and you know, like it's just about you can have a real conversation in the bathroom and get to know real women in the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay, so that I'm actually glad that you said that. Okay, so I have a question for y'all. If a man asks you out on a date, you guys get there, you're eating, everything's going good, the check comes, and he's like, "Oh, we gonna split it." What would you do?
Never see him again.
I live in LA, so that's just a date. That's what we just call a date.
That's good.
I just go in thinking like I'm lucky if I don't pay for his food too. Like this is and have to give him a ride home. This is LA.
Oh my gosh.
Oof. I'm itching
Man,
about it.
you sound like you've had some nightmare dates.
Yeah, I think I give a vibe that I can help take care of these men. It's
Sugar mama.
I don't know what the energy is. It's auntie, big sister, something, but I'm like, no.
I'm trying to be your woman.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I'm moving down south. If anybody, you know, I want to be treated like a real lady.
Oh yeah,
Southern hospitality. Yeah.
I want it. I
That's
want to
where it's at.
experience that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Come on through. You know what? I would be like, I would pay for my food because I was always taught, make sure you always have your own money.
Bring money.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm never gonna show up. Even though if you ask me, you should pay. But if I'm gonna pay, cool, I'll pay my half. But guess what? You asked me to come on this date, and now we're splitting it, and you didn't even like inform. Like it wasn't like a hey, we're homies. So now you are going to be in the friend zone because we're friends.
So now we are homies.
We are homies. We're friends now.
Yeah.
We can do this again. We're gonna split it again. We friends. Let me. What's your friend's name? What's your homeboy name? Let me talk to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went on a date. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's just like a scouting session. You're like, all right, since you've closed the chapter on you, tell me more about the other members.
Yeah. What do your friends look like? No, I remember I went out to lunch. It was like me, him. We were talking, and then he decided to bring his friend, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute, you know. I'm meeting the friends, you know. So we're there. They're ordering like, you know, they're men, so they're like, yeah, we want to try this and this and this and drinking and all this stuff. The bill comes, and do you know we had to split it? I'm like evenly too. I'm like, I didn't eat $100 worth of stuff.
Wow.
You guys ordered the whole
Okay.
menu. Yeah, but I mean, friend zoned after that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're friends. We're homies
Yeah,
now.
I paid for your food too. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, no, I find it offensive. I mean, I wasn't asked to pay for a meal, but I remember one time I was asked to pay for a cab ride, and it wasn't my idea to get in the cab. Why do I have to pay for this cab? And we're in New York, so it was just a couple blocks, but I don't care. I don't want to pay for the meter. I don't care how much money it was. I was so offended. Yeah.
Right. What's the point? What's the point? You know what? Let me switch gears for a little bit. Let's talk about makeup and makeup tips. I'll be honest, I'm not the best at makeup. Okay. I watch a lot of tutorials. It's got a long way to go. I got a long way to go. But I wanted to ask y'all, what are some of your like favorite makeup brands right now you're using?
Did you say makeup brands? It got a little.
Oh yeah. Some of your favorite makeup brands that you're using.
You know, I'm a MAC girl. I've been using MAC since I was a teen, and I do want to try the Fenty. You know, I just haven't quite transitioned yet, but definitely MAC is where it's at for me. You know.
I like to experiment. I try different things. I ordered that foundation that's all over Instagram, the Il Maki something.
Maquillage.
There you go. Yeah, I like it. It's actually
I'm not gonna.
really, I like it. I think it goes really well. Go ahead.
No, they got me too, girl. I was like, you know what? I've seen this ad for at least 10 months. Let
Yo.
me try it. And I finally tried it, and it's really good. I think their concealer is a little too lightweight for me. But I do love their makeup. But I will say a little fun fact is I'm actually certified as a makeup artist.
Ooh.
And I didn't like go to like school for it, but I took Rihanna's makeup artist Priscilla Ono, like she had a course, and I took the course. It was like a 3 or 5 day course. Got certified. I get all the discounts now, like all that stuff. But I did it because I'm like, okay, well, in acting, it's like I just want to make sure I look good for the auditions, you know. And I'm like, I want to be able to do my own makeup, you know, like that kind of stuff. So I started doing that, so I can give you all advice on all the makeups. Okay,
I know, because I'm about to say your face is to the gods, honey. Okay, I mean, it's flawless.
I definitely need that. I need that advice. I also don't really know anything about makeup. I'm not that good, but I will say the one thing I swear by in the drugstores is Telescopic by Maybelline. It's mascara, and it's like, I don't know, I think it's like $12, but the brush is a comb. I'm telling you, Maybelline Telescopic. Huh? Yeah, it's a little thin tooth one. And it separates out your lashes, and it's so good. But other than that, I need professional help. And then I turn into a real bed. I'd be like, yeah, I can be fly too when you put some eyeliner and lashes on me now.
Right.
I'll take some money.
That's like I love, if you look at my makeup bag, there's stuff from drugstores. Like I have a Wet n Wild, like contouring. I got contouring, and it is bomb. I got it from the drugstore. But then I also have I have some Fenty foundation, and then I also have I like Mented. I don't know if y'all heard about Mented. It's a Black owned company, but they have I use their eyebrow pencils. But if you look in there, you'd be like, who is this? Why you got all these different type of Walgreens.
No, that's good. You versatile.
There you
You're
go.
well-rounded. There you go.
Right.
Worldly.
Do what you gotta do.
You know, I actually heard something that a lot of time, and it could be a rumor, but that a lot of times they're using the same formula, same ingredients at the drugstore. Stuff is the same as departments. A lot of times. So.
Yeah, there's like brands that like match each other. Like the same thing with like cars, right? You know how like some of them are luxury brands and
They
the
have
other
the same
ones,
engine.
it's those manufacturers.
Yeah.
I watch those videos that do like drugstore half and then like $400 half, and I'm like, you can see a difference, but it's really not like I don't. It's like, where are you going? Like like why do I need a $400 face? So.
I don't know. Let's talk about clothes really quick. So, are y'all the type of girls that are like chill, or do you, when you're going out, are you like you have on heels, you got on a cute dress? What is your style?
I've completely turned into way too comfortable.
Yeah.
Like way too comfortable. I have like, I need to like, as this starts, I need makeup tutorials. I basically need a remodel. Like I'm so comfortable, so chill, athletic, loose, oversized boys. It's gotten bad. It's gotten bad.
So basically, you're always walking around as the before.
Yeah. I am an upscale before ad. I mean, I'm still fine.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm still fine, but it has gotten real baggy.
Right.
Me too.
Me too. Right.
Y'all, my dress. I have on a dress right now, but the back is not even zipped up. Okay.
Yes. No one can see that. Yeah.
I'm legit in sweatpants right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
the back of my shirt is supposed to be buttoned closed. That's open, so I have an open back too. It's fine.
My bustier is supposed to be tightened, so that's what I'm saying. I keep going like this.
We all got baggy, I guess. Over here.
But to answer your question, it's almost like, who's gonna be there first? Because it's like, who gonna be there? Like, who gonna be there? Because then I might actually put some effort in.
It's
no, that is
really good for me. Like, there's times where I do want to be, dolled up, and then there's times where it's like, can I get away with, a bustier and sweatpants? If I could do it, I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I'm definitely choosing more comfort these days, but still with a little splash of like, all right.
I know, because I'm telling you guys, to the point where my fiance was like, "Do you need me to take you shopping? Like, you need some money?" I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "What's wrong?" He was like, "I don't know. I mean, you got on these J's, but it ain't matching nothing you got. Like, it ain't even the cute way to wear the J's." Like,
that is where I have got. It's just like baggy t-shirts. I'm like, where are we going?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Same. I used to be the same. I used to be a little bit more extra dressing up, but ever since we've been home lately, no. I've even gone so far as like looking up ways to wear heels with my sweatpants. Like, okay, if I'm gonna be a little bit cute, then I'll throw on the heels, but can I keep the sweats? And it's like, damn, what happened? I don't like jeans anymore. I don't know what happened.
Oh my gosh, right? You're like, look, sweatpants. I'm trying to get like, okay, I'm gonna get tight sweatpants because I don't want to wear leggings now to the point. Like, I don't even want to wear leggings. I'm just tight sweatpants. I don't know what style that is, but it's mine.
Right. I'm here for it.
Okay, so I want to ask y'all one last question. What has it been like for you? Like, what is one new thing that you've done during the pandemic?
Go ahead.
I started learning stocks during the pandemic.
Ooh. Wait, started learning what?
Stocks.
Shocks?
Stocks.
Oh, stocks. Oh, yes. Yeah. Big money.
Because it was like, when did we ever have time to really like, because it's always like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that because people talk about it sometimes, but it's like, oh, let me actually learn about this because I'm trying to create some generational wealth. So I got the time now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I started playing kickball, y'all. I joined this kickball league for women.
Hey. That sounds
fun. I'm not that good. And they still
doesn't matter.
let me play.
Yeah, because you're moving. That's all that matters is you move.
I'm not really moving much because I'm not good. Don't tell them that. But it's really fun though. I really love it. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I grew up, I was never in organized sports. I was a cheerleader, but that's not the same as like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same as like you're gonna pass a ball, hand-eye coordination. It ain't the same. So now, late in life, I've decided to take up a sport when my body is past the 30s, and I don't know what I was thinking, but it's really, really fun.
That's
so
all that
fun.
matters. Yeah. I told myself I was going to learn how to play the violin. I have one. I got it strung. I got it tuned. And I picked it up. I played with it for a little bit. And I was like, I suck. And then I put it down. And I haven't really picked it up too much after that.
Wait, where did you get a violin from?
I had one like from years ago because I always said, "Oh, this is what I want to learn. I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna learn it." And so it sat here for probably like 10 years. And then now that we had time, I'm like, "Oh, look, a music store is open. Let's go take it in." So it's been here. I mean, I tried it a couple times, but it's horrible. It's hard.
You can probably learn on YouTube.
Yeah, I tried. I was trying to learn the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Apparently, that's the easiest tune to hit. So, and I still can't do that. So, pray for me.
I started watching like TV. Like before quarantine, I was the person I would be left out of all the conversations. But now I could, hold my own. Well, so I started being a person during this time, being a human. Finally decided to do it, guys.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah. Heidi, you try something new, Heidi?
I don't really know if I learned that much.
You survived, girl. You survived. Okay.
I guarantee if you roll back the tape when you said, "What have you learned during the quarantine?" I closed my eyes and I was like, "You should have had an answer for this by now." Every single time, every single time. You know the question's coming, and everyone's like, "I learned stocks. I learned French. I'm getting started on the violin. I'm doing this." I'm like, "I'm sorry, y'all. I was just hanging in there."
No, that's good.
That's good enough. Yeah.
That's a great thing.
I'm like, what did I learn? I'm still here.
Okay. Right.
We all took on a lot. We all took on a lot this quarantine. I mean, listen, there was like, it just every day it felt like there was something else. And it was like, can any of us get our together at the same time? So no, I don't know. I was trying to find peace, love, and happiness. I'm on my way.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us on the All Deaf Women live stream launch party. And for those of you who are watching, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody. Make sure you subscribe to All Deaf Women as well, because we got a lot of great content. These beautiful ladies, you'll see their faces sprinkled throughout the channel as we put more content on All Deaf Women. So thank you so much, Heidi, Tokahanas, Janae, Jamie. Thank you so much. Now we're going to see a couple of the guys just congratulate us on All Deaf Women. And we have another panel right after this.
Hey, women, congratulations. Now get back in the kitchen. What up, y'all? It's your boy Kevin on stage. And listen, I want to congratulate all the women creators for the launch of All Deaf Women. You guys are supremely talented. All of the mothers I know are women. And so many of them are hilarious. The best producers I know are women. Meg Scoop's the best producer I know, my wife. They're women. And shout out to All Deaf for giving these amazingly talented women their own platform for them to rock out. Proud of y'all. Congratulations. Big supporter. Keep pushing. You feel me?
What up, people? It's your boy T Moore, and I want to take time and congratulate the All Deaf Woman channel for launching and the amazing content that you guys are about to see. Now, it's really like congratulations for both of us because I pitched this a while ago. Now, a lot of people going to say that I'm lying. Let me tell you something. They right, okay? But the content, the quality, the producer, the writing, all of that is going to be amazing. That much I can assure and guarantee you. So congratulations again to the All Deaf Woman channel. I look forward to amazing things.
Hey, what's up, man? My name is Cena Castillo. Just real quick, I want to shout out all the women on the All Deaf platform. I think y'all are super amazing. I've actually known Cynthia Luciette for probably 8 years, and her work ethic is so amazing to see her climb every year, and now she's a part of All Deaf Women, and she's just elevating that whole platform along with all the other women on there. So I just want to take this time to say I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I think y'all are super dope, super talented, and continue to push the bar, because y'all are women. Y'all are black women, which means y'all are amazing, y'all are gifted, and y'all are some of the smartest women in the country. So I appreciate y'all, and just congratulations on all the great work that you guys are doing.
What up, everybody? It's Patrick Cloud, and I just want to give a huge shout out to the women of All Deaf. Women have been running All Deaf since the beginning, behind the scenes and on camera. So it's really dope that we finally get an opportunity to shed light on all of the amazing producers, directors, creators that have been instrumental in making All Deaf what it is today. So really, really proud of you guys. Really excited to see what the channel becomes, and I'm gonna be there with y'all creating. So shout out to you guys, and let's go All Deaf Women.
What's up? Thank you everybody for watching the All Deaf Women live stream launch party. We are here with these three ladies here. Now let me talk about these three ladies. There's one thing that we all have in common. We're all mamas, all right?
Mhm.
And on All Deaf Women, we got a show coming out called Mom Fashions. The first episode's actually up. And it's basically just giving y'all a glimpse of our lives, okay? Like, this is the type of comedy that can't write itself, because I can't write itself. I mean, because kids, y'all kids, like I've never had so much love and anger at the same time.
That's so
such a oxymoron. And I'll say this too about motherhood. Like, I feel like, you know, women are powerful. We've always been that way, but I feel like there was another level when I had my son. Like, okay,
unlock the new character.
there's a level of confidence, right? A level of confidence, a level of joy that came with it that I was like, oh, I can do this. I'm bomb. What I want to ask y'all. Oh, first of all, I didn't even say y'all's name. I just jumped in like this. Please forgive me, okay?
That's okay.
It's been a day. We've got that chick Angel. You've seen
What's
her
up?
on the channel. She's a mom of 4 boys. Girl, I feel for you. Angelina Spicer. She's the mom of 1. She's a little girl.
One and
Roxy
done.
has 1 or 2.
Oh, 1. Oh, don't put that on me. Just 1.
Roxy has 1 child with her.
I got more kids than all of y'all put together.
You do.
You do.
You do. Come on, uterus.
It's been put to work.
That's
Awesome.
right. Give it up for Angel uterus, y'all.
Angelina's a mess.
And the boobs, because you ripped at all 4.
Oh, and you breastfed?
I'm still trying to get the last one up off of these titties, but he's like, nah, son, this is organic.
That's right, grass fed. Come on, Angel. Come on.
I want this
Real
Whole
milk.
Foods milk.
So this is what I ask y'all, what is one thing you wish somebody would have told you before you became a mom?
Girl, where do I start? I wish somebody had told me that I'm a rip from the front to the back.
Yo, yes.
Yeah,
you had a 4-degree
listen. You didn't tear, Roxy?
No, I tore. That's why I'm like,
I didn't tear.
But I know.
and
Angel, wait a minute. Angel delivered 4 human beings, okay, out of her super uterus, and didn't tear one time.
Didn't tear?
No, I don't know what that life is about. I probably would have stopped after number one. Had he ripped open my
why.
coochie,
Amazing.
I would have been
That's
like,
why.
I ain't doing this again. I ain't doing this.
Wow.
That's why you had 4 boys and we stopped at 1.
Right, because Angel, your vagina, your uterus. I don't swing that way, but ma'am, you, yes. So I wish someone had told me that I could tear, that it was like I wouldn't be able to sit down or wipe my vagina because it would be so beat up.
Right.
Cute with a beat up coochie. Where they do that at? Motherhood.
Where they do that at?
Motherhood.
What about you, Angel?
Oh man, it's been so long since someone could have told me something. I done forgot what I didn't know. That this thing don't ever end. Like you thinking, like I'm edging towards my oldest. He's like a preteen, so we're edging towards him becoming an adult one day. But I can feel in my spirit that like, nah, that it don't matter that he's about to be an adult. We end this until I go to the grave. And even then, I'll probably I'll be up here in a second, Jesus. I just want to see what my son is doing. I want to see what they doing, make sure they ain't messing up stuff. So maybe I don't know. I feel as though I'm gonna be a parent forever, and not in the sense of, oh, these are my children, but like actively parenting until I go home to glory, dear God.
Right. Your children will be 70 years old and you still tell them, like your face, did you clean your ears?
Exactly.
You
Yes. You do.
I do.
What about you, Roxy?
Man, I don't know. I kind of have 2 because mine is part like the tear, but also the bottom part of your stomach don't ever go back. Like I got a 6-pack kind of, except the bottom. Like just the bottom don't want to be part of it. It's too different. I want to show y'all. Can I show y'all?
Yeah, I want to see.
Why I got y'all look. Why?
Yeah, no, we want to see.
You see, I got kind of a 6-pack, but the bottom, I'm not joining in the game. That's part of it. And the other one, because I had my child at 19, like my baby's 12 now, so I had her kind of young. I didn't understand how much money parenting is. Like it's so your money's not your own anymore when you have kids at all. Like even when I want to just buy stuff for myself, I'm like, but I could be buying that's food for the baby. Like if I spend $200 on this toy, that's her college fund. You know what I mean? Like just you can't. Nothing's your own anymore. There we go. That's fine.
Ooh, that part. I want to tell y'all.
No.
I just said that this morning because my son is going through a phase right now where he comes in our room every night, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever. He gets in and of course I'm asleep. So I'm like, whatever. I just pick him up and I throw him in the middle, right? And by the time I wake up at 7 a.m., I'm telling you, I'm on this much of the side of the bed.
Girl.
My neck is crooked. He's over here laid perpendicular. I was like, yo, give me my pillow. I tried to turn my pillow away, and he was like, no, this is our pillow.
You don't have
nothing belongs to me. Nothing is mine.
Our pillow. No.
My baby's 12 and still does that. They don't care. Your back be broken. You be waking up with knees in your spine.
Toes up your nose, come on, sis.
They don't care. You know what? Angel told me this one trick that I wish I would have learned.
Ooh, what?
Come on,
I did not know
y'all
that onesie. You remember? I didn't know that onesies could go down, y'all. I thought you were supposed to take them up. So when my son would have a blowout, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta roll it up over his head," and he's squirming around, and there's poop residue on him somewhere. And I remember Angel came onto my mommy podcast, and she was like, "Yeah, why the shoulders are like that because you're supposed to just peel it down." And I was
I did not know that.
Oh,
I've been doing motherhood wrong this whole time. What?
No, listen, I didn't learn that until baby number 2. So 2 and 3. So it wasn't like I knew it at the jump, but I was like, let me share this with her because ain't no
share this with everyone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason for you to have to go through your whole first baby not knowing that because that dookie that's something nobody told me. I kind of learned that as an aunt is that the dookie don't just stay where the booty is.
No.
The dookie has a passport and be traveling around everywhere. And I don't
the car seat,
everywhere.
The baby
fingernails.
Yo,
yes.
My when my baby was born, and they had, well, you know, when they have that first boo boo, that's not like a boo boo, but it's like
the meconium.
This is so nasty, but you know, her dad was changing her, and he was really close, and I was like, I don't think you should be that close. No. I'm not feeling it. It like projectile, and it hit him in the mouth. It didn't go in his mouth, but it hit him on the lips. Yes, and I never after that, and that was. She was only a couple days, I think. I was like, I'm never changing you like that. Now I gotta change you like this. We got like, you're not gonna get me. Yes, when you see boo boo fly in somebody's face,
it changed your life.
It changed your life.
What's probably one of the most joyous things that y'all have learned through motherhood?
That, well, for me, because I have a gajillion children, that like you have a never-ending well of love. Like it does not run out. It doesn't matter if you know, you don't have the time to like give to all of them as much as you want to. That actual love that they need to feel like you care for them is never ending. It's always like you can constantly, at least that's how I feel. I can constantly pour love into them, and I never feel like, oh no, I don't have any love to give this child. Like, no, that's it. And that gives me joy that I know that like whenever they are needing a little hug, a little kiss, or some sort of words from me, I never feel like I ain't got nothing for you, baby. Like go on somewhere, ask somebody else. There's something there.
Yeah. I don't have energy always to give the love. It's there, but I be tired. So I be like, Ava, can you go with your daddy? He got a little hug for you. He got some kisses. He got energy to read books right now. Mama ain't got it. I got the love, baby girl. However, I ain't got the stamina. But to your point, Angel, I did not know that the love for my child was the love that I needed my whole life. That the beautifulness and the depth of the love that my daughter has for me is unmatched. And her little kisses and her telling me, Mommy, I love you so much, Mommy. You know, when I'm at home and I'm working and she wants to help me, that right there, I could have never imagined, even when she was an infant, I could not have imagined that it would feel like this when she could communicate it back to me. I love that.
Jesus.
I
know, like,
don't make me cry. I'm so emotional already.
Girl, you on your period? Mine is coming next week.
Baby.
Oh Lord, don't have no sex. Don't have no sex.
Nobody touch me. No one touches me.
Right.
I'm good. It's me now. I guess mine would be I think my child gives me like a sense of purpose. Like I had her, like I said, I had her really young. I had her at 19, and most of her life I've been a single mom. Her dad sucks. But
that happens sometimes.
We need to go pull up at his house, girl. You got 3 of us.
Please.
Everybody watching.
He get on my nerves. He's terrible.
We can throw these hands.
But like, you know, so I've always like most of the time I have her. So it's like, you know, she makes me focus. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to do this. I have to get this stuff done. So if I don't get this stuff done, I'm not gonna be able to spend time with you. If I don't get this stuff done, I'm not gonna be able to have money to provide for you. And like I said, since I had her so young, I was just out here. I was wilding. I'll admit that. Like, you know,
good.
I wasn't really planning on doing anything really with my life. I didn't have any structure, any of that kind of stuff. But like when you have a child and you have to be selfless, and it's like, okay, the actions that I'm doing are gonna affect you as well. It just gives you that sense, like, no, I have to. All of the stuff I need to do needs to make sense. Right. Mommy, mommy loves you. She's right over there.
Oh,
I love you. Yeah, she's right there. Phone says she's not paying attention. She does not care. She just like.
No, I feel y'all. So I think the one thing for me is just like, I feel, you know, my son shows me every day that like I can do this. Because I'm telling you, it's a day by day thing. I'd be like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm a good mom. Like, I don't know if he's gonna grow up and be a serial killer. Like, I'm just hoping I'm doing my part. Like, Lord, please. And I'll get little glimpses here and there. People are like, he's great, you're doing good, and I'm like, am I doing good? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, that's so I hate that feeling. Like,
But I realize as long as you love them, like, you can only love your child the way they're supposed to be loved because they're created for you. Like, you're supposed to be their mother.
Absolutely.
It doesn't look like none of our parenting skills, even in this group, looks the same, but it fits our child. Like, they were made for us, made for them. So I always remember that, and like little things he does, I'd be like, oh, see, we're here.
Yeah.
We make little farting noises together. I'm like, yo, you're like little me.
You know what? One time I saw my daughter, to your point, Meg, I saw my daughter take up for another little girl at the park. And I felt like, okay, mommy's, I'm doing all right. She did not hesitate. She grabbed the little girl. She said, who was messing with you? Come on. And she said, excuse me, you were mean to my friend. And I think you should apologize. And I was just stood back. I was like, okay. My daughter is she's really passive. Well, she seems, let me be quiet because she in here talk. But she seems really passive and very sensitive. So that was the first time that I saw what I had been advising her to do. Stand up for yourself, demand that people apologize when somebody does something wrong to you. But I got to see it in person. And not only was it for her, but it was for her friend. And I was just like, Mama.
Yeah. Don't hit yourself too hard.
No, I feel you on that.
That's dope.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So one thing that I want to talk to y'all about is, like, all of you guys are comedians. You make funny content, you do stand up. How do you feel like motherhood affects your comedy?
Motherhood created my career. I wasn't a stand-up comedian until I had my first child. And I was like, it is time. They give me so much content. They, as an artist, we create, and they are the purest form of creation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so they just breed more comedy out of me. Most of my content is based around the comedy that ensues being their mother. So yeah, I mean, truly, like, I was not I said I was going to try stand-up comedy by 35, and then by 30, and I ended up becoming a mom. And so a lot of my content, not all of it, started to come up out of that, especially my content as an online influencer. So they affected greatly. Well, they also take up all of my life, especially during COVID, because I'm with them all the goddamn on time. So they influence all of my content. Like, I feel like I'd be boring without them. Like, they are low key, like they are the best collaboration I could have ever did.
Now they're gonna watch us and be like, so where's our cut? Where's our
They got their bank accounts. Mama's taking care of babies now.
I know you are, Angel. She don't play
care of them.
Yes. Yeah. Once again, let's give it up for Angel's uterus for birthing not only her 4 children, but also her comedy career and online influencer career.
What about you, Roxy? What about your career? How do you feel like motherhood has changed that?
I'll be like 1,000% honest. It's been hard being a comedian and being a mom, because I started when I was like, how old am I? 20 something.
Don't tell nobody, girl. You 12.
Remember it. I do look 12.
You're young.
I'm like, I'll tell you, I'm 32. So like I was middle 20s, 23, 24, something like that when I started doing comedy. So she was already here and she was younger. So like trying to find people to watch her. My dad used to watch her, then he passed away. My brother watched her, then he moved, and I don't really have a big family. So like trying to do stand up and go out. And then I would see people getting opportunities or even like offering me opportunities, and I couldn't really do them. Like I couldn't really travel like I wanted and all that kind of stuff. So like for a while, I've talked to people that are parents and like, I could have done it without my child. Like I don't feel like like that, and I don't want to word it like that, like, oh, I think I could have been successful if I didn't have my child. But it was obstacles that were put in place that I know like I could have advanced more if I didn't. But I will say, like, stuff happens how it happens for a reason. So like even this now, like, you know, I got on All Deaf last year. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like you don't necessarily have to travel and do that kind of stuff. Like you figure out a way to make it work with whatever circumstances that you have. So I forgot what the question was. I'm sorry, I done tangented.
That was how the motherhood has changed your career. Yeah.
So basically, like she taught me how to figure out how to do stuff with the resources that I have. I feel like I'm a better performer for it.
Yes. Angelina, what about you?
Oh, how has my daughter changed and influenced my career? Here's the thing. I was always told by my peers, the understanding was that in Hollywood, once you become a mother, you're dead. Once you settle down, you get married, you have have children and or married, that you won't work, or it's harder to work. People won't think that you're available for jobs, so they'll stop hitting you up. And that it's hard, like Roxy said. I mean, that's a real barrier. Childcare for any parent in any field.
Yes.
Childcare is a freaking barrier, right? But then you add on top of that our work hours are at night. And we're hustling, trying to, you know, go to auditions and or work on set during the day. And then you got 3 shows at night. You know, these are things that men don't have to worry about.
Right.
Just saying. But my point is that, you know, I learned, like, I don't know, people who follow me, Angel is very well aware, Meg, you are too, but for Roxy and everybody else who's just getting to know me, you know, I had severe postpartum depression when my daughter was born. And it was so severe that I had to be hospitalized for it. And, you know, it was very, very, very shameful and guilt-ridden and embarrassing and sad, but God has made a way to allow me to create my own lane, my own career options, my own jobs, plural, like Phaedra said, jobs. Okay. Because I had postpartum depression, and I'm honest about it. You know, so I have never been more relatable in my life than I am now because of what I went through. So it was an intense hurdle in the beginning. But now that, you know, I got treatment for postpartum depression, now that my daughter is older, she can talk. She ain't crying for the titty every day going 2 hours. You know, she can go to school. We good around in these parts. So it's been a beautiful blessing, but it was hard. It was very, very hard.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel you on that. I had, you know, with my son's 2 now, but I was dealing with some postpartum depression. I didn't really know what it was. I kind of was like, I'm tired, I'm sad. I can't, calling people back was a chore. I was like, I gotta text them back. Like it was the world was just so heavy. And I didn't know, especially being a Black woman, like we don't talk about depression like that. Right. It was a little bit harder to just be like, okay, well, what is this? And then, you know, thank God for people like Angelina. I was like, okay, Angelina, like she just took the stigma away to the point where she was like, yo, I was thinking like, yo, do I need to get hospitalized? Because this sounds like a vacation the way Angelina. It was.
Yes, it was.
But I'm telling you, it's, you know, I think the one thing for me, I have been by myself, career woman for most of my life. I added a man and a baby pretty much at the same time. Okay. So within a span of 2 years, I was engaged with a child, but I had been by myself, just focusing on my career for 30 something years. So then this change was like, what I'm supposed to do? I went from 1 to 3 so fast. You know, like, I got to clean up after people. How do I balance like being a career woman and being on top of my game and people knowing who I am and doing what I do and doing it at the 10th power. How do I do that? But also make sure my child is a functioning, wonderful adult when he grows up. Like, how do I do all that and feed myself, drink enough water, try to lose weight, like
it's a lot.
It is. So much. But you know what? As mothers, we've learned to do it gracefully. I feel like when I look at each one of you guys, I look at your stories, I look at your Instagram pages, and I am always just like, you guys are doing it.
You are too. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
So before we get out of here, I want to ask y'all one last question.
Okay.
For women who either don't want children or don't have a child who want a child, or what's one piece of advice that you would give them as far as something that you've learned, something that you've come across in your journey as a mother? What's one thing, whether they have kids or not?
I don't know.
I'll start off.
Yeah.
I'll say this. You're an absolutely pure, wonderful woman if you have kids or not. You are complete.
That part.
Complete. And I think motherhood just teaches you a different version of yourself, but without kids, you're still complete. Like, that's one thing that I want to say.
Yeah. And go ahead,
Angelina. No, go
ahead. Girl. Give me some time to think. Go ahead.
I would say whether you're a mom or not, and whether you're married or single, regardless of whatever relationship you add to your life, you are your number one priority. Whether you add a man, you should still be the number one priority. Whether you add a child, you are still the number one priority. Yeah. Because if you're not able to take care of yourself and keep yourself healthy and take care of your mental health, take care of your emotional health, you ain't going to be much of anything to anybody else. So I think a lot of times there's a false narrative of once we add someone to our life, we have to elevate them above our own needs, above our own concerns. And I'm not saying be selfish. I'm saying make sure you good, like they say on the plane, take care of yourself before you take care of somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's something I feel like is a false narrative that's put on us, especially Black women. We feel like we got to take care of everybody else. Everybody else will be fine. Take care of yourself, regardless of whether or not you have kids, regardless of whether or not you're in a relationship.
Yeah, you just spoke to my spirit, because I have the hardest time taking care of myself.
Yes,
just even my most basic needs. I'm just like, no, Ava needs this, my house needs this, I gotta do, so thank you for blessing me with that word on today.
Because I want you to take care of yourself, because you do take care of a lot of people. Angelina is activist mom, okay?
Yeah,
she's changing the world one video at a time, one crusade at a time. So you can't do all of that without making sure that you're okay. I mean, because we want you to be doing this for a long time. The world needs it, but you need yourself to be able to show up for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for reminding me, Angel. Thank you. I will say that to women who want kids, don't want kids, are not in relationships, wherever you are, I think one misconception is that motherhood is this fantasy, this dream come true. And it was not for me for a long, long time. Don't believe the hype.
Right.
It takes some people a long time to get to the rainbow. So don't believe all the IG stories where people are like, oh my gosh, my heart, this is wonderful, this is amazing. Blah, blah. No, they might be crying at night.
Yeah.
So work, live, enjoy your life at your own pace. Do what you want to do. And half those people that are telling you, oh, when you gonna have a baby, ain't gonna help you. So you do it on you, your uterus, and your man's sperm time. Okay?
Yeah. Amen and amen. Amen.
Yes, Roxy.
I guess. Oh man. I don't know. Y'all kind of said what I was thinking.
Say it again, because you're gonna say it in a different way.
Yeah, I guess part what I was thinking is a lot of times, like we already said, like with just Black women in general, we don't focus on our mental health enough. I didn't necessarily suffer from postpartum, but just my whole life I've suffered from like depression, used to be like suicidal and stuff like that. And then it's really easy to forget about like that kind of stuff when you have a child, because like you're putting all your energy in your child and sometimes you forget yourself. So like make sure you're focusing on your mental health, but not just your mental health, but just like trying to grow as a person. People feel like once you have a child, your life stops. Like you stop growing, you stop developing. Like no, continue to like whatever skills you want to do, keep trying those skills. Like for those of y'all that follow like All Deaf Cannabis or any of the stuff I'm on, like I got a ukulele last year and I've been practicing it. Like just because you're a parent or just because you're an adult, period, doesn't mean that you can't do other stuff that you want to do. So like keep learning, keep trying to grow, and just keep trying to be the best person you could be.
That's so right.
That's it. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, y'all, for sharing your gems, for coming on here. For those of you who are watching, make sure you follow All Deaf Women, subscribe, like this video. We've got a lot of great content coming out on the channel. There's already stuff on the channel, as today is our official launch day. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching. Share the channel with somebody you know. And if you have any ideas, like write it in the comments. You know, we never know. We might do some of these ideas. So thank y'all so much, and support All Deaf Women, because when you support women, that means you love the Lord and you love the world, and you're gonna okay, you're gonna be successful in life because women run the world. Okay. Bam. Thank y'all. We'll see you later.
Positive, and I loved it a lot. Okay, bye. This is nice.
This was fun. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Are you a big fan of Love and Hip Hop?
I try not to be.
Well, on one of the episodes, Candy, her husband Mendices went to prison for 8 years. If your husband went to prison, would you stay with him?
8 years?
8 years.
Okay, what he was there for like 6 months? Yeah, it depends on what he went to jail for.
So then wait, if you found out he was going to prison for 8 years, would you immediately tell him like, so we're done? Or would you like try to write it out for like a year and then be like, we're done?
Well, you should have known that when you did the crime that you was gonna be in jail for a little bit of time.
Okay.
So yeah, you made that decision before you went into jail that you didn't want to be with me.
Did you hear yourself? He's never taking you back.
Put on some heels, please. I don't give a fuck what kind of heel.
No, I'm comfortable. Guys like me like this anyway. You like that? You like that? Get out of here! Hey, look at the flick of the wrist. You got Obamacare? You know why? Because you hurting right now.
Get out my face.
You hurting right now. Just take it. Take it. Take it. It's called talent. Get you some. God. Nah, but for real though, when you gonna let me get that one-on-one rematch? Naked. Oops.
I thought you liked chicks. I would never date you. Your dick probably bigger than mine. When's the last time you shaved your armpits? Ugh! Give me my ball back.
Fine. I'ma throw these heels on.
Thank you.
But not till we get to the club.
She's gotta be difficult.
Just like a nigga.
You know?
Niggas are difficult, just like her.
I'm in the store and this lady's complimenting my hair. And she's like, oh, it's so pretty. Your hair's so pretty. And my child, out of nowhere, for no reason, goes, it's a wig. I just saw her pick it up off the floor. First of all, the lady didn't know that it was a wig. She was Caucasian. She didn't know it was a wig, number one. Number two, why you gonna tell her I had this shit on the floor, bro? Why would you tell her it was on the floor? Like, I just mismanaged my wigs. Floor wigs sound so dusty. I sound filthy. Thank you, child.
I don't know what to do.
Well, first of all, you gotta have them titties out. You know I'm a tittyologist, and every great selfie.
I feel so
Push them
uncomfortable. I can't get it right.
You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and let you lose then. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna lose. What I'm not gonna do is lose.
And with all that complaining, you go over there and lose.
How do you do this? How do you have your boobs just hanging out all day, dog?
First of all, don't come at me like that's not a good thing, okay? These titties got you all them free drinks last time we went out.
Oh my gosh.
Push it up. Push it. Well, yeah.
My titties is too old. These are old titties, man.
Make them look like young titties, though. Look, show them a little bit of, see, you're covering up the areola. You got to show them like the
I can't show my areola. That areola is for the Lord and my husband. Oh my gosh.
First of all, the areola is for your husband. The little crevice, that's for the world to see. Show us the little peak.
What peak?
The little peak, right there. Like you're going to the beach, the little bit of sand. Show that.
Ew, I can't.
Ooh, right there, girl. Yes. Now, come on now. Duck lips is out. Duck lips is out.
Duck lips or no?
Duck lips are out.
Okay. This nipple's hard. I'm embarrassed.
That's perfect.
No.
A hard nipple? You know what? I'm not even gonna help you beat me. You right. That's terrible. Warm your nipples up and loose.
All I want to do, see, nobody even knew I had a tattoo. All I want to do is
I got a titty tattoo too.
But I didn't want anybody to know it's a secret when it says John Cena, love and sweetness. It has nothing to do. It's just for me. I'm covering
I thought you was about to say it said John 3:16. That was about to say.
I got it right in the middle of my back, girl.
You got a religious tramp stamp?
Yeah, girl, because I am a religious tramp. Just chill.
All right.
You got anything for that, Moscato?
Hey, well, I'm really sorry about that.
Apologies.
Really, I got real sad.
No, me too.
And I was like, some sex I wish I would have had with him before he passed away. I wish I would have gave him some pussy. That's how I feel about Michael Jackson. And Prince too. I wish I would have saved an ovary or two. R.I.P. to these legendaries. I wish I could have had a few of their babies. I'm talking Tupac. I wish I could have had your cock. I'm talking Biggie. I wish you could have been inside of me. I'm talking OD. You my baby dad. R.I.P.
Rest in peace to your dad. Wish I could have fucked him.
Yeah.